Extra police units are on their way to the French port city of Calais, where violence has broken out between migrants at food banks. At least 5 refugees have been shot and are in critical condition. Another 22 people are believed to be injured. The city was once home to the infamous migrant jungle camp. France's Interior Minister made an urgent visit to Calais, calling the situation unimaginable.
I came to Calais because what happened here is extremely serious. We have reached a degree of violence not known until today. The government will propose a bill in the coming weeks to try and help asylum and immigration problems.
A rescue operation is underway at Sibanye-Stillwater in Beatrix Mine, just outside Tierneston in the Free State. At least 950 workers remain trapped, while 65 have been brought to the surface since the rescue operation began this morning.
A severe storm affecting power lines at the mine last night. The trapped miners are waiting at the underground waiting station.
Okay, so we're learning the White House has released this controversial Nunes memo. Okay, so this has happened. This is going against strong warnings from his own FBI chief and Justice Department. I want to go straight now to Jeff Zeleny at the White House. Jeff?
Brianna, we are told that President Trump has indeed signed off on the declassification of this House Intelligence Committee memo and has sent word to the House Intelligence Committee that it should be released.
The private space race made another giant leap forward Tuesday. SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket blasted off from a launch pad once used for the moon missions. And with it, dreams of deep space exploration were reignited. Manuel Bojorquez is at Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
4, 3, 2.
The Falcon Heavy, the most powerful rocket in the world, lifted off and streaked across the sky as it climbed toward outer space. The roar of its 27 engines matched only by the crowd. But the show in the sky wasn't over. The rocket's boosters detached. And minutes later, 2 of them could be seen descending back to Earth, landing in tandem near the launch site. While the payload, a Tesla Roadster with a dummy named Starman, hurtled away from Earth and toward the orbit of Mars, to the sounds of, what else? David Bowie's Life on Mars.
Top story this afternoon, the high-level North Korean delegation led by its nominal head of state, Kim Young-nam, and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yo-jong, are now at South Korea's top office. It is a truly historic moment for the two Koreas. We go live to our chief Blue House correspondent, Moon Kon-young, who is at the top office for us. Kon-young.
Right, Mark, you're absolutely right. This is really history in the making for inter-Korean relations. Now, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's sister Kim Yo-jong, who travels south along with its nominal head of state Kim Young-nam and the rest of the high-level delegation from the north for the Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games, the opening ceremony they attended last evening. They're here today, here at the presidential office in South Korea.
Breaking news this hour from Russia. A passenger plane has crashed near Moscow. Russian state media say there are no survivors. The plane disappeared off the radar shortly after takeoff from the local airport. It was destined for Orsk, a city in the southern mountains of Russia, but it crashed early into its flight.
Begin our program with broken hearts in yet another American town, which today became the site of yet another deadly school shooting. A high school in Parkland, Florida, became the scene of chaos and panic just before the end of the school day. The Broward County Sheriff says at least 17 people are dead. 17 people. A suspect is alive in custody. Court video taken inside a classroom during the shooting. Difficult to watch. It is difficult to listen to. We've blurred the faces of the students.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Randy Kate.
Tonight, from the president's lawyer, a stunning admission. Michael Cohen acknowledging in a statement that he used his own personal funds to facilitate a payment of $130,000 to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who's reported to have claimed a sexual encounter with Mr. Trump more than a decade ago. Did the president know about the payment? Was it his money? Tonight, the White House isn't saying. Cohen insists neither the Trump Organization nor the Trump campaign was a party to the transaction, and neither reimbursed me for the payment.
At least 21 persons were killed and 70 civilians were injured as multiple bombers struck Kaduna, local government area of Borno State yesterday, civilian JTF sources told Sahara reporters. The suspected Boko Haram bombers attacked a crowded fish market, Kaswa Kifi, and Sabun Geri area of Konduga Township town at about 9 p.m. and detonated IEDs, killing 18 civilians, mostly children, and injuring 17 people.
Fox News alert, ICE is claiming responsibility for a deadly church shooting. The scene unfolding at a Russian Orthodox church in a predominantly Muslim region. Russian news sources say a local man in his 20s fired at churchgoers yesterday as they were leaving afternoon service. 5 women were killed. The gunman was shot and killed at the scene by police. His wife has been detained for questioning.
Nigerian military rescued 76 schoolgirls and recovered the bodies of 2 others after the students went missing during a Boko Haram attack on a village. The rescued girls have returned to the village. At least 13 schoolgirls still remain missing. Islamist militants had stormed the government girls' science secondary school in the Yobe state last Wednesday. The length of time since the attack and Boko Haram's use of kidnapping as a weapon during its nearly 9-year insurgency has increased fears of another mass abduction. The jihadists gained worldwide notoriety in April 2014 when they abducted 276 girls from their school in Chibok.
Now to the remote Papua New Guinea highlands, where a powerful earthquake and several aftershocks have caused landslides and damaged roads, killing up to 14 people, with unconfirmed reports of up to 30 dead. Aerial video footage revealed new erosion on hills near the Como area in Hela province. Dozens of aftershocks rattled the area, including a 5.7 magnitude quake on Tuesday afternoon. The 7.5 magnitude earthquake that rocked the region early Monday damaged the country's mining and power infrastructure and led ExxonMobil to shut down its liquefied natural gas plant, the country's biggest export earner.
Israeli police are recommending that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu be indicted on 2 corruption cases. The recommendations follow a months-long investigation into allegations of bribery. They include claims that Netanyahu accepted money from a Hollywood producer and that he offered preferential treatment to a newspaper publisher in exchange for positive coverage. The decision is likely to fuel calls for Netanyahu to step down. Ultimately, the country's attorney general will decide whether or not to file charges. Netanyahu, for his part, has called the Israeli police claims baseless.
The Afghan president has called on the Taliban to join talks to bring peace and stability to the country, and he promised to recognise the terror group as a legitimate political power.
To the Taliban leadership and every other Taliban member, accept peace, accept it with honor and come together so we can make this country safe and secure.